Hello everybody, welcome back. It seems like my attempt to catch up has backfired a little bit. I recently got sick, so if you can hear my nose and my sinuses playing effect into these speeches today, you'll know that I had just been under the weather, and it's been a little bit of a challenge for me to muster up the energy to get back on here, as my annual cold seems like it came a little bit early, but it also was the result of some antibiotics for a finger infection. So I took the antibiotics, I was like halfway through them, and then my whole immune system just totally wore down and I got pretty sick. Plus I was traveling and staying up late. And normally that doesn't do it to me anymore, but I think with the antibiotics I was kaput after a while. I took a day off of work, but other than that I've kind of been powering through with some Tylenol. But I'm back, and we're going to get right back into our topics, and we're going to start with the Quran like we always do for the day, and then we're going to try to hit 3 topics. I'm going to do the first one, I'm going to take a little break and make sure I finish the transcriptions. I had some transcriptions that I thought I had written out before, but it was either partial transcription or just I thought I had spoken it before, but I guess I didn't go over it. So I'm going to have to go back and finish those up. So that will be our second topic, and then we'll try to go through the third topic as well this evening. And yes, without further ado, let's go ahead and begin. In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful. Okay. Words of wisdom for the day. This is from Surah 42, line 48. Let's go ahead and type this back down here. Surah 42, line 48. And it reads, "If then they turn away, we have not sent thee as a guard over them. Thy duty is but to convey the message. And truly, when we give man a taste of mercy from ourselves, he doth exult thereat. More with the words. But when some ill happens to him on account of the deed forth, truly then is man ungrateful." Thereat. We can probably look that one up too, even though we always have the slightest idea of what these words mean. Thereat means on account or after that. So maybe as I'm typing this out, I'll kind of read through it again slowly. If then they turn away, we have not sent thee as a guard over them. Thy duty is but to convey the message. And truly, when capital we, and notice how if you do read through these transcriptions here, we is always capitalized in the Quran. When we give man a taste of mercy, mercy is also capitalized. From ourselves, he doth exult threat. Oh, sorry, threat. I keep reading it as threat, but it's thereat. And again, thereat. represents at the place or on account of or after that. So, and truly, when we give man a taste of mercy from ourselves, he doth exult thereat. After that, he exults. And let's look up exult too, because it's spelled differently than exalt. Exult means feeling or show triumphant elation or jubilation. So this mercy provides triumphant elation or jubilation. So excitement, I think, is a good synonym for that. So he doth exult thereat. But when some ill happens to him on account of the deeds which his hands have sent forth, truly then is man ungrateful. Truly then is man ungrateful. Okay, so for this, I mean, as I was kind of reading through it, some thoughts popped into my head. This kind of reminds me of the highs and lows. The highs and lows of life, the highs and lows of your day. We always love when grace is granted to us, if we get a nice surprise maybe, or something good has just happened and things are going our way, right? And as soon as something goes wrong, it's like it all tumbles down. And sometimes when something good happens, it boosts us up a bit, and then if something bad happens, we tumble all the way down, and it's like the end of the world. So I feel like that's a very common theme for a lot of us, very much including myself. It kind of reminds me of our peaks and lulls in energy. Is also a very natural expression of life. I tend to experience them a little bit heavier. I was medically diagnosed with a such and such disorder or imbalance that would put me in that category. So I don't know if it's recognizable to you, but I mean, just the fact that I'm on here quite often professing my topical thoughts. That's not the right word to use that meaning, but my very lofty, I guess is a good word, my very lofty thoughts and ways of thinking. I'm on here describing a lot of those just because I feel safe and I feel a connection to be able to talk about certain things without being too harshly criticized. But hey, criticism comes with putting yourself out there, and that's just something with confidence that I am no longer afraid of anymore, because I know that I'm walking in the light and with the Lord, really, and He really does guide me with everything that I'm saying, even if it sounds off kilter, a little bit strange. I know that what I'm saying is coming from a grounded place and is coming from really the heart, and what I'm receiving also through the mind, remembering to stay connected at all times. And I really do focus on that regularly and daily, just that constant connection, which is why we want to try to get everybody to that point and try to, if you're not already, right, on that same page of just constant connection and constant understanding of the ways of the world. That is our goal. Just to make your lives a bit easier, all in all. Make it easier, make it stress-free, make it loving, make it joyful. And on that topic, we're going to go over the topic of joy after this in the Bible. What a good transition. That wasn't even planned. That's another thing. When I come on here, I'll read a little bit, might have some ideas of what to say, but, nothing specific. I'll usually have my intro planned out, like, hey guys, sorry about this, I was, doing this, or I'm sick, hey, I'll think about what I'm going to say to start out, but it really all flows from there. And oftentimes I'll think of things in the moment to say versus, writing notes or something. I wanted to take a little bit more notes to kind of guide the conversation, but sometimes I'll get too wrapped up on a certain point, I've noticed. So I think just letting the free flow, free form conversation is beneficial. So So let's go ahead and continue to the topic of joy. I'll catch you in a second.